It began subtly, a prickling on the back of my neck. The temperature dropped, a cold spot settled in the corner of my workspace. I dismissed it. Old houses are drafty, right? But the feeling persisted. Unease settled in, a constant companion. Days grew darker, shadows seemed deeper, stretching out like grasping claws. A low hum vibrated in the air, barely audible yet ever present. My workspace, once a haven of creativity, morphed into a breeding ground for fear. I felt a presence, watching, waiting. Then came the sounds. Footsteps creaked on the wooden floorboards, slow and deliberate, approaching my desk. I would whirl around, heart pounding, only to find emptiness staring back. The antique typewriter on my desk clattered to life at odd hours, keys striking phantom letters onto blank pages. Sleep offered no escape. My dreams were haunted by whispers and shadowy figures lurking at the edge of my vision. I woke each morning, drained, dreading the return to my haunted workspace. I researched the house's history, whispers of a tragedy, a family torn apart by an unspeakable event. Their sorrow, it seemed, had seeped into the very foundation of the house. One night I saw it, a fleeting glimpse, a wisp of white vanishing around a corner. Terror, raw and consuming, took root. I wasn't alone. This wasn't my imagination. I invited a paranormal investigator. Her EMF reader spiked as we entered my workspace. "There's something here," she whispered, her eyes wide with a mixture of fear and fascination. A wave of cold air washed over us. The air grew thick with the feeling of dread. The investigator's voice trembled as she spoke. "This entity, it's angry, it doesn't want you here." Panic clawed at my throat. I was trapped, sharing my space with an entity fueled by rage and sorrow. The temperature plummeted. Objects flew across the room with violent force. A deep, guttural growl echoed around me. The entity was making its presence known, and it was terrifying. I stumbled back, fear paralyzing me. My eyes darted around the room, searching for an escape. There was none. I was trapped, alone with whatever haunted this space. The entity was closing in, its presence suffocating. This was no longer just a haunting, it was a fight for my sanity, my very soul.